Hello everyone, welcome back to Run the NBA, and today I want to talk about Devonte Graham, the Lonzo Ball replacement, the new man here in New Orleans. And I want to talk about what role he has for this New Orleans Pelicans team this upcoming season, and what he needs to do to fit that role and not make himself invaluable or a bit less beneficial to the impact of the overall team and to the overall success of the New Orleans Pelicans for this upcoming season. If you do go on to enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about Devonte Graham. So briefly, before I mention what I think he needs to do for this New Orleans Pelicans team this upcoming season and what his role will be, to back that up and give an understanding, I want to talk about what he has done and what the role has been for him with the New Orleans Pelicans over the last few years. So of course, year one, he came in after being a four-year product in college, was the 34th overall pick, and didn't really do that much. Played in 46 games off the bench, but wasn't anything great. Was inefficient from deep, inefficient from the field. But the last 2 years, he has been extremely good. Year two was a breakout. Year three, which was this past season, he started slow, but he picked it up. Continued to show that he's a good playmaker, can still score, specifically from deep, but everything else in his offensive game, from scoring from mid-range at the rim, is definitely suspect. That's very indicative of the fact that he shot 37.5% from deep last year, but shot 37.7% from the field. He only took about 3.5 attempts per game that weren't from deep. This is very much a 3 in play make with a bit of D point guard. And I think that's something that's worth noting as well, is that Devonte Graham isn't as bad defensively as some people think he is. Sure, he's not lengthy at 6'1", but he is not a negative defender. In fact, I would say he is definitely an above average defender. And there's even an argument to be made that he isn't really that much worse of a defender than Lonzo Ball from some statistical standpoints. Personally, I would still take Lonzo Ball over Devonte Graham on the defensive end, but Devonte Graham is definitely not anywhere near as bad of a defensive guard as he was when he came into the league, and is actually a solid defensive player now. So with that context in mind, let's talk about what his role is going to be for the New Orleans Pelicans next season as their starting point guard. Keep in mind, he's coming in to replace Lonzo Ball, and Lonzo Ball was a 3-and-D as a playmaker. That's what he was. Gave you good defense, good catch and shoot three, good floor spacer, and playmaker. That's what Devonte Graham is going to do. Because if you look around this team, Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to be a very good scorer. He's poised to be a very good breakout player. Brandon Ingram and Zion, of course, are the two main pieces on the team. They're going to be with the ball in their hands a lot, scoring, making their own shot, finishing plays. And JV is also going to want touches as well, and he is an extremely good scorer in his own right. Devonte Graham doesn't need to be creating his own shot like he was in year two with the New Orleans Pelicans, when he took a lot more non-threes than at any point in time in his NBA career. Because he isn't overly efficient at mid-rangers. He isn't overly efficient at the rim. But the New Orleans Pelicans aren't going to really need him to do that very often. Sure, if he is getting very aggressive closeouts, he's going to have to attack guys off the dribble. But that doesn't mean that he needs to take difficult mid-range shots, to take difficult shots at the rim. Because if they're given to him, yes, he needs to be able to make open mid-ranges and finish easy finishes at the rim, which he can do. I believe enough of him to that to make those easy plays. But there's nothing that can't say he's not going to be someone that's going to be attacked aggressively on some closeouts, because he is such a good three-point shooter and will be very important as a floor spacer and catch and shoot three-point shooter for the New Orleans Pelicans this season. But there's no reason why he can't attack a lot of those closeouts that are aggressive and create offense for others, which is arguably his best offensive talent, is that he is such a good playmaker. He showed that over the last couple of seasons, and he's going to be an important part of the playmaking for this New Orleans Pelicans team. But he's not going to have to create his own shot that much. He's going to be a catch-and-shoot three-point guy. He's going to be a floor spacer. Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, they're all going to have the ball in their hands a lot. Devonte Graham's not going to have to be this guy who's creating his own shot all the time. Hardly ever, really, for this New Orleans Pelicans team, because he's going to be the third or the fourth option pretty much at any point in time he's on the floor, if not the fifth, because you can argue he's going to be the fifth option in that starting lineup, behind Nickeil Alexander-Walker, behind JV. I would probably argue that personally, although you could argue either way with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The point being, Devonte Graham doesn't have to do anything special for this team. He's going to come in, he's going to be asked to give him some defense, which I think they have a really... There's no reason why this team shouldn't be good defensively now, if I'm being completely honest. Between Devonte, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, JV. Zion's defense should continue to improve, hopefully. It should be expected to, at least. The point being is that Devonte Graham has a role on this team. He doesn't have to do anything special, and if he can stay within the scope of that role, he has the potential to be a very good player for the New Orleans Pelicans. He has the potential to make that 4 years, $47 million look like an absolute steal, and he can pretty much do exactly what Lonzo Ball did for them at pretty much the same level, while saving $10 million a year. The W for the New Orleans Pelicans. I think it was a very good move to bring him in. I think he's going to fit the role perfectly for them, to give them a little bit of defense, be a very good playmaker for them, and be a very good catch-and-shoot floor spacer. That being said, that is my thoughts on Devonte Graham heading into next season and what his role is going to be for the New Orleans Pelicans. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about the signing of Devonte Graham, of what role you think he's going to play for this Pelicans team, and how well he's going to do for this New Orleans Pelicans team. That being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to hear my thoughts on other young players or rookies headed into next season, then be sure to click the box on the right-hand side of the screen. And if you want to hear my thoughts specifically on Nickeil Alexander-Walker, click the box on the left. That'll bring you to the video where I talked about him. That being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.